Hi, my name is Yvonne Wan. Welcome to my class. Today we're going to draw a Mother's Day card featuring a rabbit. So the art supplies that you will need today are paper, pencil, eraser, marker and colouring pencils. First, I'd like you to fold the paper in half like this, and then I'd like you to draw 4 rows on the page like this. Next, I'd like you to split the lower row in half again, like this. Next, I'd like you to draw a circle on the second row. This is going to be the rabbit's head. Next, we're going to draw the rabbit's body by drawing a stretched circle like this. Next, I would like you to draw the nose in the center of the circle like this. And then I would like you to draw the snout like this. Next, I would like you to add some fluffy cheeks on the side like this. Once you have done that, we're going to draw the eyes. We're going to draw the eyes like a long egg shape. And then we're going to draw a round circle for the pupil and an arc for the iris. Feel free to add an eyelid and eyelashes if you want. Once you've done that, we're going to draw 2 lines above the nose and we're going to draw an arc around the eyes like this. Now we're going to repeat this on the other side of the rabbit's face. Next, we're going to draw the rabbit's head. It's going to start at the edge of the arc near the rabbit's eyes and it goes to the other side like this. Next, you're going to erase the lines that you don't need, like this. We're going to add some extra fur on the left and the right, like this. Next, we're going to draw the ears, like this, and then the whiskers. Feel free to make the eyes look a little bit more symmetrical by correcting the previous lines that you did. Next, I would like you to split the center row in half like this. Next, we're going to draw an upside down C for the rabbit's paw, and then we're going to draw its arm like this. Once you have done that, we're going to draw the other arm and then its chest like this. Erase the lines that you don't need. Next, we're going to draw the rabbit's legs. Copy the lines like this. And don't forget the rabbit's tail. Once you've done this, I'd like you to add the claws on the rabbit and then just refine the lines that you have to make it look more symmetrical. Once you've done this, erase the lines that you don't need. Next, I would like you to draw a tulip in the rabbit's mouth. Feel free to write the words Happy Mother's Day on the bottom of the paper like this. You can add a heart on the bottom of the page and on top of the page if you want. Now that you've finished the drawing, I would like you to take a black marker to go over the pencil lines. This will make the art stand out. Please remember to use an eraser to erase the pencil lines after you have lined your art with marker. We are now going to learn about colouring. So I would like to introduce you to the use of colouring blenders when it comes to colouring your art. If you apply the blender to your colours, you will notice that the whites will start to vanish and the colours will become more smooth and solid. If you apply the blender on several colours, the colours will blend nicely, creating a gradation of colours and create new tones in the process. Blenders can make your art appear more smooth and realistic. And now I'm going to introduce you to the use of burnishes when it comes to colouring your art. A burnisher keeps your whites white. You can apply it as an undercoat or an overcoat. As an undercoat, you can use it to create brick lines, for example, and then colour in the bricks without needing to colour around it. If you want to create a shiny effect, you can choose to use the burnisher as an overcoat. So there are different effects you can achieve by the way you handle your pencil. So if you apply light pressure, the colours will come out lighter. If you apply medium pressure, it will appear a little bit darker. If you apply a lot of pressure, then it will be extremely dark and more solid. If you have trouble applying light pressure to your pencil, you can handle the pencil from the top. You will notice the colours will be a lot lighter as a result of the way you're holding the pencil. The directions of your strokes is important, so I highly recommend that you use one direction when you are shading. If you apply your strokes in different directions, you will notice that the colours will be inconsistent as a texture. Another stroke you might want to consider is applying cross-hatching, and that involves colouring in one direction for the first layer, and then the second layer you do the opposite direction, and that way you would be able to cover the full area very thoroughly and have a more solid appearance in pigmentation. Another texture you might want to consider is circular motions. This provides a different texture and can be very useful depending on what texture you prefer. Another technique you might want to try is layering. You can choose two different colours and put them on top of each other, creating new colour tones. So I'd like to teach you how to do highlights. First of all, you need to have a light source so you can determine which part of the drawing should have a brighter side and which side should have a darker side. And you can have the highlight using white, or you can use a burnisher. And here I'm just using grey to depict shadow. So now that I've taught you some basics when it comes to colouring techniques, I would like you to apply everything that you've learned to the drawing. So just to summarise, the directions of the strokes matter, the pressure that you apply matters, the amount of layers that you apply also matters, and it's also important that you factor in highlights and shadows using whites and darker colours and the burnisher too, and always use a blender if you have that available to you, because it's always going to make your art pop. This concludes today's class. I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.